While you're checking your bank balance and feeling broke, Warren Buffett just made $17,000 in the time it took you to blink. The difference isn't luck. It's not genetics. It's not even starting capital. It's 15 debt-free rules of money that separate the wealthy from everyone else. Rules that Dave Ramsey built his empire on. Rules that the Rockefellers used for generations. Rules that Andrew Carnegie followed to become the richest man in history. Rules that keep 98% of people financially trapped because they believe debt is normal. Luxonians, which rule do you think you've been missing? Drop it in the comments, I'll be replying. Today, we're breaking down the exact debt-free money principles that built the greatest fortunes in human history, while others built debt mountains that buried their financial futures. If you want to go deeper on these rules, I've put a full breakdown in the Luxona Vault. Link in the description. Let's expose what the truly wealthy know that schools will never teach you. Rule 1. All debt is financial cancer. Period. Warren Buffett's Berkshire Hathaway carries virtually zero debt on a company worth over $700 billion. Jeff Bezos built Amazon debt-free for the first 7 years. Poor people think good debt exists. They've been brainwashed by banks who profit from their ignorance. Rich people know all debt steals your future income and destroys your wealth-building potential. That mortgage payment? That's $3,000 every month that can't compound in investments for 30 years. That car payment? That's wealth leaving your pocket every single month for 6 years. Dave Ramsey became a millionaire by avoiding debt completely after going bankrupt from using debt. The truly wealthy understand that debt is slavery with better marketing and prettier commercials. Rule 2. Cash is supreme king. Credit is financial poison. John D. Rockefeller paid cash for everything, including entire oil refineries. Henry Ford paid cash for his factories when he revolutionized manufacturing. J. Paul Getty paid cash for oil wells that made him billions. Poor people finance their lifestyle and call it normal. Rich people fund their lifestyle with cash flow from assets they own outright. When you pay cash, you own it completely and it serves you. When you finance it, it owns you and you serve the payments. The wealthy never give banks power over their financial future because they understand banks are in business to make profits from your weakness, not to help you build wealth. Rule 3. Live drastically below your means, not at your means or above them. Warren Buffett still lives in the same modest house he bought in Omaha in 1958 for $31,000. It's worth maybe $700,000 today, but he's worth over $100 billion. Mark Cuban drove a beat-up car for years, even as a billionaire, because he understood cars don't build wealth. Sam Walton, founder of Walmart and once America's richest man, drove an old pickup truck and shopped at his own stores for bargains. Poor people upgrade their lifestyle immediately when their income increases. Rich people maintain their lifestyle for years while their wealth compounds exponentially. The gap between what you earn and what you spend determines your financial future more than any other factor. Rule 4. Compound interest only works when you're completely debt-free. Albert Einstein called compound interest the eighth wonder of the world, but he forgot to mention it only works if you're not paying interest to someone else. Debt destroys compound interest faster than a market crash. If you're paying 18% on credit cards while earning 8% in investments, you're losing 10% annually. Dave Ramsey teaches this fundamental truth: eliminate all debt first, then invest every penny you can. The Rothschild family understood this principle 300 years ago and built generational wealth by staying debt-free. Benjamin Franklin became wealthy by following this exact principle in colonial America. Debt-free money compounds and multiplies. Debt-leveraged money disappears into bank profits. Rule 5. Emergency funds prevent financial slavery forever. The wealthy always maintain massive cash reserves for opportunities and emergencies. Rockefeller kept enormous cash positions even during his peak wealth-building years. Warren Buffett keeps over $100 billion in cash at Berkshire Hathaway at all times. Poor people think emergency funds are wasted money earning pathetic interest rates. Rich people know emergency funds prevent financial disasters that destroy decades of progress. 6 months of expenses in cash means you never need debt when life hits you with unexpected expenses. This single rule keeps millionaires debt-free forever, while poor people spiral deeper into debt with every emergency. Rule 6. Buy appreciating assets with cash only, never with borrowed money. Andrew Carnegie bought steel mills with cash and became the richest man who ever lived. Walt Disney bought thousands of acres in Florida with cash to build Disney World. Cornelius Vanderbilt bought railroads with cash and dominated American transportation. Poor people finance depreciating assets like cars, furniture, and gadgets that lose value immediately. Rich people save cash for years to buy appreciating assets like businesses, real estate, and investments. When you pay cash for rental property, 100% of the rental income is pure profit. When you finance it, the bank gets paid first, and you get the leftovers. Cash purchases create immediate positive cash flow. Rule 7. Multiple income streams, absolutely zero debt streams ever. The average millionaire has 7 different income streams, according to Dave Ramsey's extensive research of wealthy individuals, but they have 0 debt streams draining their wealth. J. Paul Getty had oil income, real estate income, and business income flowing simultaneously, all completely debt-free. Thomas Edison had invention royalties, business profits, and investment returns, all debt-free income. Poor people have one fragile income source and multiple debt payments attacking that income every month. Rich people have multiple strong income sources and 0 debt payments. Which financial position sounds more secure and powerful? Rule 8. Pay yourself first every single month. Pay banks absolutely never. Henry Ford automatically paid himself 20% of every dollar before any other expense or obligation. The Rockefeller family automated wealth building before they automated any other payments. Poor people pay everyone else first and save whatever crumbs are left over, which is usually nothing. Rich people pay themselves first automatically and spend whatever remains after saving and investing. This isn't just budgeting advice. This is wealth psychology that separates winners from losers. When you pay yourself first, money becomes your loyal employee working for your future. When you pay banks first, you become their employee working for their profits. Rule 9. Invest heavily in yourself before investing in anything else. Warren Buffett calls education the best investment because nobody can tax it or steal it from you. Dave Ramsey invested thousands in real estate education before buying his first property. Andrew Carnegie spent fortunes on books and learning before building his steel empire. Poor people buy lottery tickets and scratch-offs hoping for magical luck to save them. Rich people buy books, courses, seminars, and mentorship, creating absolute certainty about their success. The return on self-investment is unlimited and guaranteed. The return on hoping and wishing is 0. Rule 10. Budget every single dollar or lose every single dollar. John D. Rockefeller tracked every penny he spent and knew exactly where each dollar went. Dave Ramsey built his fortune with obsessively detailed budgets that accounted for every cent. Andrew Carnegie knew his costs down to the fraction of a penny per ton of steel. Poor people think budgeting is restrictive and controlling. Rich people know budgeting is liberating and empowering. A written budget tells your money exactly where to go instead of wondering where it disappeared. Every dollar must have a specific job assignment. Unemployed dollars disappear into waste and regret. Rule 11. Cash flow dominates net worth every single time. A $1 million house with a massive mortgage isn't wealth if the payments make you house poor and stressed. $100,000 in debt-free rental properties generating $5,000 monthly cash flow is real wealth and freedom. The Vanderbilt family understood this principle and focused on income-producing assets that paid them monthly. Income-producing assets bought with cash create permanent positive cash flow that compounds forever. Financed assets create permanent negative cash flow that drains your wealth for decades. Luxonians, which of these rules have you mastered? Let me know below. Rule 12. Avoid lifestyle inflation like it's financial cancer. Sam Walton drove an old pickup truck as the richest man in America because he understood trucks don't build wealth, investments do. Warren Buffett still eats at McDonald's and clips coupons despite being worth over $100 billion. Charlie Munger drove the same car for decades as a billionaire. Poor people increase their spending immediately when their income increases, staying broke at higher income levels. Rich people increase their investing when their income increases, building wealth faster with every raise. Your lifestyle should lag behind your income by years, not minutes. This gap between earning and spending creates wealth faster than any investment strategy or get-rich scheme. Rule 13. Patience builds massive fortunes. Impatience destroys everything. Benjamin Franklin understood that delayed gratification built more wealth than any investment technique. Warren Buffett has held some stocks for over 50 years because he understands time multiplies money better than anything else. John D. Rockefeller waited years to make major purchases, saving cash while others borrowed impatiently. Poor people want everything immediately and pay crushing interest forever to get it now. Rich people wait patiently, save cash systematically, and buy everything without payments or interest. Patience is the ultimate wealth multiplier that costs nothing but creates everything. Impatience is the ultimate wealth destroyer that promises everything but delivers nothing. For more advanced strategies exactly like these, check out the Luxona Vault, where I break down the complete debt-free wealth-building playbook that built history's greatest fortunes. Rule 14. Surround yourself exclusively with debt-free millionaires and wealth builders. Dave Ramsey teaches that your income will equal the average of your 5 closest friends within 5 years. Warren Buffett surrounds himself with other brilliant wealthy investors and business owners. Andrew Carnegie associated with other successful industrialists and learned from their wisdom. Poor people normalize crushing debt because everyone around them carries crushing debt and calls it normal. Rich people normalize building wealth because everyone in their circle builds wealth and calls debt insane. Your network determines both your net worth and your debt level. Choose your associations as carefully as you choose your investments. Rule 15. Give generously and serve others, but only when you're completely debt-free. Andrew Carnegie gave away 90% of his massive wealth during his lifetime. But he gave from abundance and wealth, not from debt and poverty. John D. Rockefeller tithed faithfully his entire life and donated hundreds of millions. But he tithed from cash flow and profits, not from credit cards and borrowed money. Cornelius Vanderbilt funded universities and charitable causes from his railroad profits. Poor people try to give what they don't actually have and create more debt in the process. Rich people give abundantly from what they've built and create more wealth through generosity. Giving from debt is financial foolishness that helps nobody. Giving from wealth is financial wisdom that blesses everyone. These 15 debt-free rules built every major fortune in human history without exception. Rockefeller followed them religiously. Carnegie implemented them systematically. Ford lived them daily. Buffett follows them today at 93 years old. Dave Ramsey teaches them, because he's lived them and proven they work in modern times. But knowing these rules isn't enough. Implementation and execution are everything. Start immediately with eliminating all debt, every single penny you owe to anyone for anything. Then build your emergency fund to 6 months of expenses minimum. Then invest in appreciating assets with cash only, never with borrowed money. The wealthy didn't get rich by accident or luck. They got rich by following proven principles that work in any economy, any market, any generation. These principles worked in Rockefeller's time. They work in Buffett's time, and they'll work in your time if you have the discipline to follow them. The Luxona Vault contains the complete step-by-step implementation guide for building massive wealth the completely debt-free way. The truly wealthy don't leverage debt to build wealth. They leverage cash flow, patience, and proven principles. Your financial future isn't determined by how much you can borrow from banks. It's determined by how much you can save, invest, and compound completely debt-free over decades. Stop thinking like the debt normal broke 98%. Start thinking and acting like the debt-free wealthy 2%. Drop a diamond emoji if you refuse to live with any debt ever again for the rest of your life. Welcome to Luxona, where debt-free millionaires are made.